There you
Okay.
go. I guess
Awesome.
the $1,000,000 question, dude, is where are you? This is interesting.
Where am I right now?
Yeah, man.
I am in Solano Beach, California, which is about 30 minutes north of San Diego,
Okay. Cool, man.
and about an hour and a half south of Los Angeles. And I'm in a I just got off the train, and I am in a coffee shop that unfortunately I think has music going on, so I might have to move here. But
I
I
think
don't
it's
know if
canceling out. It's fine.
it's okay. Great. So yeah, how are you doing?
Good, man. Yeah, really good, man. I tell you what, I'm so pumped, and a lot of people I know are pumped that you're coming back, especially so soon. How was the last tour though? It looked incredible.
It was fantastic. It was so much fun. There was a lot of anticipation that for it. I No one's more enthusiastic about getting a chance to come down again than me. I am just so stoked. I was just you never know. Like the last time prior to last year, it had been way too long, 5, 6, 7, 8 years at least. I think maybe even longer before since I'd been back. So I was kind of taking everything in and making every effort to enjoy every part of last December, knowing that you just never know when I'm going to get a chance to come back down there. And so, but it was, yeah, the shows were really well received. The crowds were freaking awesome. Everything was just, it was incredible. And I just, like I said, I'm so enthusiastic and thrilled that I get to come back.
Oh man, I'm stoked. I'm stoked I get another shot because I had mates that went and they decided to rub it in and say how they were like, man, it was so good. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh no, but it's going to be incredible. I noticed that you got some time off as well in between.
Yeah.
After what's the plan? Are you going to go exploring, or are you going to?
Well, last time I was in town, I did a little bit of exploring in Brisbane. Where we went to touristy things, not nothing. Well, we did. I think we did. Definitely held a koala, which was fun, and fed some kangaroos. And But I'm this time around, I'm looking for something that new to do. I'm actually, my girlfriend is scheduled to join me in Brisbane, and shit, sorry, it's really loud here.
It's all right, dude. I could hear.
Yeah, I was scheduled to join me in Brisbane the day after my show, and then we're gonna spend some time there. Then I'm off to Adelaide after that. So yeah, so it's I'm just really stoked. Yeah, but I'm looking for any advice. So definitely we'll definitely take any advice that you have as far as what I can do while I'm there.
Come to the Gold Coast, which is just south of Brisbane.
Yeah,
Have you been? You've been. I'm pretty sure you played.
I've been to the Gold Coast years ago. Yeah, yeah,
Dude, come
yeah.
down. That's
One of
where
the
I'm at.
big days out.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's where I saw it. And man, come down, man. We'll get you a feed. We'll take you to the record stores. We'll show you
nice.
some mountain. We've got the beach. We got heaps of
I
stuff,
love
man.
it.
Yeah,
I
man.
love it.
Nice, and we'll look after you. But
No, I love it.
of course, I mean, what was I going to say? I've lost my train of thought. Other than the bangers, it's early in the morning. Other than the bangers, what you got in store for us this time? Dig into the
Well,
catalog.
yeah, I've been working in the studio the last couple weeks, and plan to continue into the new year, pulling up some stems and getting myself, just prepared for a new set. I gotta, for all those that came out and see me last time, I appreciate it, and I want to just continue the energy and bring and deliver something new this time. So there'll be a lot of the classics. I've got some really cool new mixes that have accumulated and that I've been working on, of some of the classic tracks. And yeah, I'm in that phase where I'm planning and digging deep and thinking about that 2 hours and coming up with the best possible set I can.
And something that's been coming up a lot lately, with a lot of us that I've been speaking to, is how excited they are that the next generation of fans have just they've just gotten off that train, like you. They're ready and they're hungry for all these bands that obviously that they've found and discovered, or they've grown, their parents have grown up listening to. Have you been noticing that next generation has been starting to come to your shows to experience the Crystal method?
Without a doubt, it's bizarre but beautiful at the same time when you have someone standing in front of you and they introduce their son or daughter to me, and or I'll have times when they'll I've had many times when I'll meet the son or daughter and they're telling me about, oh, my mom or dad got me into you guys, and they wish they could be here. Hey, could you send them a text, and can we send them a video, and they'll be really excited. And when you've been in it as long as I have been, and been around, the music has found its way into the hearts and minds of so many, and it's really gratifying to be able to have that chance to meet the next generation, to share that with them, and to sort of have that bond that they've built with their uncle, their mother, their father, and be able to continue that and on to the next generation. It's mind-boggling. Again, Ken and I had no clue that we would have an opportunity to even release music in the early days, and then once we did, we had no clue that it would have this sort of long-lasting effect on people. And like I said, it's phenomenal and truly gratifying.
That's awesome, man. It's so cool. Like, it just means that the music's going to go on and on forever,
Yes, that's yeah. And you see that. I mean, the music that I grew up on is now considered classic, and and even the classic stuff that I grew up on, is still around. I mean, you're still going to find those songs, and the love and affection that people have for music is generational, and it just continues on. And I'm, Ken and I are just, so incredibly proud of what we've been able to do and share with people, and the fact that I'm able to continue on and take on to continue the legacy of the band and tour the world and come back down to Australia. It's really, it's nothing short of awesome.
Man, when you and Ken first started playing live back when the scene or the genre was just it was so fresh. It must have been so incredible, man. Like, the shift in music right at that time, not just for electronic music, but heavy stuff. It's very significant. How was that moment? Was there a moment where it really hit home that you guys were riding a wave of something that was going to open new doors?
Well, we definitely felt there was something happening. There was a moment. I mean, when you were, releasing albums and music at that time, you had so many other inspiring, generational feeling music, like Prodigy's album, Chemical Brothers, Orbital, The Orb, Left Field, Fluke, and FC Kahuna. There's just all this stuff, Massive Attack, Portishead. There was just, and it wasn't just one style, and it wasn't just one sound. And what I loved about it is that it crossed over to so many different genres and to so many different people that, like myself, that grew up with metal and rock. We gravitated towards those big drums in our music, and and someone like the Prodigy and Chems, that was definitely what we loved, and what we were in the studio trying to follow. So it's just we definitely felt we were in the middle of something really special. And here 25 years later, the music is still played, and music is still enjoyed, and a lot of people thought, oh well, I think they kind of thought, same thing with hip hop. When hip hop first dropped, it was like, oh, this is a fad. This is something that's going to be here and gone. And I think that the naysayers were sort of feeling that way about electronic music at the time, electronica or whatever they were calling it back in those days, trip hop. But I could put on a Massive Attack album right now, or one of those early Chems or Left Field albums, and it sounds as relevant today as it did then.
100%. 100%. Same
Yeah.
with your stuff, man. Like you can crank it and it still sounds amazing.
Oh,
Like,
thank you.
yeah. Like and people go to the gym. I speak to so many people all the time, and your music's so much loved down here, especially. It's awesome, man. And the fact to hear that you love metal and rock and stuff too.
Yeah.
It's hey, we're friends. But I did see that you did something with Eric Melvin. You did a remix for
Yeah.
Melvinator.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. That was something. So Fat Mike, we actually met No Effects on a Big Day Out tour way back many, many years ago, um, and he reached out and said, "Hey, I've got this new project. We're kind of reimagining some of the No Effects stuff, and Eric's, gonna, lead the project with, but I'm redoing the vocals, and so we'd love to have you do a remix." And so, um, we he suggested Goddess, which was a perfect track for what I was thinking about doing, and I brought in Hyper, who's been renting a room at my studio and who I've been collaborating with for a while now, and we just attacked it, and we were just like, two wolves, on a piece of meat. We were just like, we were throwing that bone around the room, and we just had a great deal of fun with that track. It hits hard, that track. It's a heavy. It's full on, dude. It's full on.
Yeah, I love it. I was
It's full
cranking.
on.
I love it.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this is so good. Have you actually talking about metal and stuff? How heavy would you go in terms of working with people from the metal world? Because I'd love to hear you take on some like real different genres like death metal and extreme metal and stuff. It'd be interesting to hear what you did and your interpretation with that stuff.
Yeah, I think that it would be. Oh yeah, I think it's all about finding the right collaborator. Yes, that you could take something like stems from a track and reinterpret it, but I think that there would be something really special if got in the studio with the right crew and the right person, and there was that their appreciation for what the Crystal Method sound is, and that sort of real collaboration where we were able to really create something special. I'm down.
Hey, hear that, dudes out there? You're gonna have like inboxes.
Yeah. Just DM me.
Yeah.
Just hit me up.
Yeah.
Just DM me.
Yeah. What's this? Cradle of Phil. Hey man, never say never. But hey man, is there anyone you want to collaborate with at the moment? Is there someone out there you're seeing on the festival circuits and the touring and things like that that you're like, these dudes
yeah. I mean, there's. I mean, Royal Blood is. I mean, there's a lot. There's. I mean, it's just really. I'm a big fan of a lot of music. Queen's, Stone Age. My mind is at this moment escaping me because you got to check this out. So I'm in a spot here, and it's a garden slash coffee shop, and they have a bunny pit right here. So you got to see the bunnies.
That's amazing.
So I'm sitting here trying to talk. You were thinking about the like a full on metal collaboration, and there's like little cute little fluffy bunnies over there. So but the main thing is finding a collaboration or a collaborator that is all in with the concept. It doesn't. I mean, again, once you worked with Tom Morello and you were in the studio with him, and not only is he just most ridiculously amazing musician, but super cool, super kind, and really brought everything to the moment. And so once you have that as your sort of your high bar, if you will, it's really you just really want to continue that process. And Ken and I've been fortunate over the years to work with someone really amazing. Wes Borland is first person that comes to mind. Danny Lohner, I've done a couple things with him, so I'm just really about finding the right collaboration and being able to infuse both sounds together and come up with something special. And I think that's kind of what we did with the Melbournator remix. It's a real, heavy hitting track that kind of really lives and breathes in both worlds. And I think is a fine representation of a real cool collaboration and something that, is something special.
100%. 100%, man. Have you got more on the way? Have you got new music?
Yeah, we've been in the studio working with a guy and a couple things. He's got a really great album he's working on right now, and yeah, I'm toiling away. It's kind of at the end of the year here, and so trying to get myself set up for next year and touring but yeah, definitely new music to come in 2024.
That's exciting, man. But in the meantime, we're gonna see you down under.
Yes,
man. You might as well just move here. It's going to be like,
I love it. I love it. Get a little vacation home there on the Gold Coast. I'm down.
Dude. Hey, man. We'll look after you.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm bringing my girl, and I'll let her know. Let's do it.
Absolutely, man. But in the meantime, we'll have all the links down here and on the website. Brother, you take care. Go get in that bunny pit and jump around.
Yeah.
That's what I'd be doing.
All right. Good to talk to you again. I'll see you in the new year. Happy New Year. Happy holidays to you, brother.
You too, brother. To you and your family.
Okay. Cheers.